Ask any family in Manhattan Beach where they want to be, and 9 times out of 10, they'll say the tree section. But why is there such a big draw about the tree section? It's not on the water, and most of it doesn't even have a view. And for most of the tree section, it's not even the most walkable. So today we're going to break down the charm, the attraction, and the pricing of the tree section. Hey guys, it's Kevin DeSilva here with the Living in Los Angeles channel, and today we're talking about the tree section. Because if you're thinking about moving to Manhattan Beach or upgrading in Manhattan Beach, understanding the different neighborhoods will help you make better purchase decisions. And our goal here is simple. It's to help you grow your wealth through your living situation. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the not so ugly about the tree section. So first, let's talk about why the tree section has its name. And secondly, what are some of the primary attractions of the tree section? So the reason why it is called the tree section is because the streets that run north and south are mostly named after trees. You have oak, elm, pine, poinsettia, laurel, palm. Although fun fact about palm trees, they're actually in the grass family. But some of the main attractions about the tree section are actually how walkable they are to the schools that service them. In Manhattan Beach, there are 5 distinct elementary schools. These schools service 5 distinct neighborhoods. One disclaimer, if you do move to Manhattan Beach, and this is true for any school district, if your assigned school is full, they will relocate you to the next available school. Now, the tree section has Pacific Elementary School and Grandview Elementary School. These 2 schools are considered 2 of the best elementary schools out of the 5 in Manhattan Beach. Another great aspect about the tree section is you're not crammed for parking because you're a little bit further away from the beach. And of course, one of its biggest appeals are that it's on the north end of Manhattan Beach, which means it is easy to get in and out of in order to get to work. In case you're working in places like Santa Monica, Marina del Rey, Century City, or even a little further like Hollywood and downtown Los Angeles. And lastly, aside from the hill section, which we covered in our last video, and those prices, which are out the roof, and the sand section, which has the highest price per square foot in Manhattan Beach, the tree section is the only other neighborhood west of Sepulveda. And for those who live by the motto, there's no life east of Sepulveda, this is where you start in Manhattan Beach. And so that means to live within a mile or a mile and a half of the beach, your starting point is going to be about $2.2 million. And with this, unlike the sand section, you're actually going to get a yard, you're going to get privacy, and you're going to be a relatively short walk to the beach. And as I mentioned, if you're moving to the tree section, there's a high probability that you're moving for the schools. I mean, let's be real. The Manhattan Beach Unified School District is regularly ranked one of the top schools in California. And as of 2026, Niche.com ranked it as one of the top 10 school districts in Los Angeles, with an overall grade of an A+. And Great Schools ranks Pacific Elementary School as a 10 out of 10 and Grandview Elementary School as a 9 out of 10. Now, if you don't want public schools, there is a private school, and guess what neighborhood it's in? You guessed it. It is in the tree section. American Martyrs School is just 2 blocks west of Pacific Elementary School and about 2 blocks east of downtown Manhattan Beach. Now, if you're driving around and you see the tall church, that is American Martyrs Church. It's become somewhat of a community landmark. And on any given weekend, you will see sports, soccer, baseball being played at American Martyrs School or Pacific Elementary School or Grandview Elementary School. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't talk about that makes these schools so great is parent involvement. It's part of the reason why there's over 90% proficiency in English and math. You'll regularly see parents donating their time to improve the education of all of our children. And with the help of the Manhattan Beach Education Foundation, the children at Pacific and Grandview get amazing resources that you don't find in other school districts. If your kids are older than 5th grade, of course, your kids are going to go to Manhattan Beach Middle School, one of the top middle schools in the county and in the state of California. And of course, there's Mira Costa High School, which services all of Manhattan Beach. Now, some say a neighborhood is only as good as the parks. And the tree section has two of the best parks in all of Manhattan Beach. You have Sand Dune Park and you have Live Oak Park. And Live Oak Park can arguably be considered the best park in Manhattan Beach. That's why it is the location of the Manhattan Beach Hometown Fair. The Manhattan Beach Hometown Fair is an annual event. It takes place on the first weekend of October. They have the Manhattan Beach Hometown Fair 10K that they do to start off the festival, and it goes all weekend. There are games, there's music, there's an area for adult drinking, there's face painting, you name it. It's kind of a staple of Manhattan Beach. Now, this is the one time of the year where the tree section actually becomes very walkable. Because of the fair, parking is tight all over. So a lot of times you can find a parking space by American Martyrs School or Pacific Elementary School, and from there it's a short walk to the fair. Now, Sand Dune Park is a staple of Manhattan Beach. In fact, the entire western part of Manhattan Beach was all sand dunes back in the day. You can look up the old photos. Manhattan Beach is the last remaining remnant of these dunes. In fact, it's a 100-foot tall dune that you can run up. They regularly bring sand from the bottom to the top so that it doesn't erode away. There's an entire park between that dune and Grandview Elementary School, and the entirety of it is about 4 or 5 blocks from the beach. And if you wanted to get a sense of just how important the schools are here in Manhattan Beach, let's just recap their rankings. Pacific Elementary School is the 163rd best elementary school in California. Grandview Elementary School is the 276th best elementary school in California. Manhattan Beach Middle School is the 74th best middle school in California. And Mira Costa High School is ranked as the 18th best high school for college prep. And of course, you can look these all up on niche.com. I've included a link below for their website. A lot of times I find it's easier to Google the school's name and niche. It will take you directly to the page. But let's talk about the architecture of the tree section. Generally speaking, the tree section was mostly constructed in the 40s and 50s. Now, you'll still find cottages in the tree section, particularly in the Gaslamp area. The Gaslamp District of the tree section is right by Grandview Elementary School. The reason it has its name is because gas lamps light the streets, and they still preserve that tradition today. Now, it is one of the closer proximities to the beach. It's a very short walk to get to the sand. As such, it's one of the most expensive areas of the tree section. To put that in perspective, a fixer, a teardown, is going to run you about $2.5 million. For not much more money, you can actually buy in the hill section, albeit you might not be getting a view. Now, this isn't the only pocket of the tree section that's going to run you a steep price tag. The area around American Martyrs School and American Martyrs Church are going to run you about the same. Coincidentally, the west side of the hill is the only side of the tree section that actually has an ocean view. Now, if you're a single level floor, you're probably not going to see the ocean, but you can go up and get that ocean view. Generally speaking, pricing in the tree section is divided. West of Pacific Avenue, and you're going to spend a small fortune. East of Pacific Avenue, you're going to spend a smaller fortune. Now, you might see these same prices east of Sepulveda. In neighborhoods like East Manhattan, the Mira Costa section, Liberty Village, and Manhattan Heights, you can see lots selling for around this price. However, what you don't see is how big those lots are compared to the tree section, and how much bigger those homes are. Because in the tree section, your lot on average is going to be about 4,200 to 4,800 square feet. That's not a lot of space. Now, it is bigger than the sand section, where the average lot size is a little over 2,500 square feet. But when you go east of Sepulveda, the lot sizes regularly grow. In fact, many of the most desirable lots are 7,500 square feet. So now you see, you get more bang for your buck when you buy east of Sepulveda, but being close to the beach comes with a price tag. And since the fires, the median home price in Manhattan Beach has hovered right around $3.5 million. Many people who relocated to Manhattan Beach have now found their new home, and the community has welcomed everybody with open arms. I know we've talked about entry-level pricing, but we haven't really talked about what a bigger home costs in the tree section. A new construction home with a basement can run you $8 million. You heard me correctly. It can run you $8 million. But for that price tag, you're going to be on one of the best streets in the tree section. In fact, there was a home that sold over $8 million on Palm. The section of Palm by Pacific Elementary School is one of the most desired streets in the tree section. It is stopped on both sides, and so it has very little cut-through traffic. And right behind it, you have John. John, coincidentally, also just as desirable, a little more elevated, so you potentially get city views. Now, people typically stay in the tree section for the long haul, and that's why inventory can be so tight. Since people move here predominantly for the schools, the tree section has one of the lowest turnovers of any of the neighborhoods of Manhattan Beach. Now, if you're not buying a brand new construction, huge house with a basement, you can expect to spend about $4 million on a bigger house. Even a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, about 2,200 square feet is going to run you at least $3 million. As you can see, the tree section being the most affordable neighborhood of Manhattan Beach west of Sepulveda, easy to get in and out of, and having 2 of the best schools in the city, it's easy to see why the tree section is in such high demand. And if you're lucky enough, it's somewhere you can call home too. Now, if you want the boundaries to see which school you go to, go ahead and drop school in the comments below. And if you want a list of unlisted properties in the tree section that haven't sold, drop a comment off market. We'll reach out and get you the information you're looking for. And again, thank you for joining us along this journey of the tree section. We're going to explore Liberty Village and Manhattan Heights next, so stay tuned for our next video.